Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlogs. And as always, I appreciate all the love and support. In today's video, we're gonna go over the top 5 mods that I recommend you need to get your Camaro ZL1 over 800 horsepower. Let's go. Right off the bat, we're not gonna waste any time. As you can see, I got the hood open on the ZL1. And big shout out to Dyno Comp right here. We got the official stamp. The official stamp is on the car where it says DC 800. The car came in at 810 horsepower. 688 to the wheels on E42, even though it's tuned for E50, E55 at the max. But I believe when we ran it on the dyno, it came in with E42 at 688 wheel, 686 and a half torque to the wheels. The first thing I'm going to recommend for you guys to get, a lot of you guys go back and forth all the time about which headers that you should put in the car, short tube, long tube headers. What I did was the Kooks 1 7/8 inch long tube headers, and I feel like they're the ones that are giving you the best performance and the best sound for the car with quality as well. For me, I've gotten nothing but compliments, and I've even met other people, nothing against the other brands, but I've met other people that have had different brands of headers on their car. As soon as they heard this one, they went and sold those and bought a set of these. So that would be number 1, 1 7/8 inch Kooks long tube headers. Now for number 2, it's gonna be the GripTec 2.3 inch upper pulley. I didn't do the lower pulley on the car. I did just the upper pulley with the long tube headers. And this brand right here, I feel like is gonna be the best one that you should go with. Please keep in mind, once you take off your pulley, the stock factory pulley, the only way that you could take it off is like bending it and breaking it off, like literally. Like when I saw it and they took it off, like I don't mean like bend it to break it, but when I saw it, it was kind of bent and they were like, this is not reusable. What do you want to do with it? I was like, oh, throw it away. I don't need it. I'm going to use this one. So make sure you guys get the 2.3 inch upper pulley, which is GripTec. That's the brand that I went with. And big shout out to J&R Performance. Their name is on that as well. Now, the third thing that I'm going to recommend for you guys, this is another debate that we go back and forth on in the forums, in person, at car events, all that good stuff. Big shout out to all those air intake companies. But what I found everyone uses for the best performance, and what I use for the best performance for my car, is the Roto-Fab Intake. Now there's 2 different types of Roto-Fab intakes that you can get. There's the one that doesn't need the tune, and then there's the other one that's the big gulp that will require a tune for the car. I heard that it does give a little bit more power. That's only if you're going over, I believe it's 750 wheel. If you end up going above that, then you're probably gonna wanna put the big gulp. If you're under 750 wheel, then you should be just fine with the standard version, which is the one that I got in the car right now, and I absolutely love. Keep in mind, you guys, if you don't have an exhaust and all that stuff done yet, headers or anything, get the intake right away, and I promise you, you're gonna hear that whine out of the ZL1 way more. It's literally night and day. I put out a video. I'll make sure that I show you right here. As you can see in that video, it was loud. I had nothing else done to the car but the intake, and there was even some people commenting saying that's got to be a Hellcat whine, that's not the original ZL1 whine. So big shout out to Roto-Fab. Make sure you guys go with that one for the intake. All right, the next thing on the list that I'm going to go ahead and recommend is going to be the ethanol. Man, putting E in the car was literally night and day. My previous Camaro that I still own, that one is pro-charged on 100 shot of nitrous. I've always been told, hey bro, have you ever put ethanol in that car? Thought about putting ethanol? I was like, I'm gonna wait till one day I can get a V8 and just run with that one for now and go from there. And we did it in the ZL1, and I'm telling you, it is night and day. Currently right now, I don't even need to put the triple pumps in or anything like that. The car can handle up to E55 when it comes to the ethanol itself. If you wanna go full E85, even though it's a flex fuel DSX kit, you can always do that, but you got to go ahead and jump into the fuel system. So I would highly recommend, if you don't want to go that far, that deep to E85, E50 is just fine. E55, I'm telling you, it puts down big numbers. I feel like you should just go ahead and install that. Everything you're interested in, I'll leave a link in the bottom, so that way you can pick that up for yourselves as well. For me, the install was super clean. I know a lot of people do this at home and they install them themselves, but I had Dyno Comp go ahead and install it for me. And it does not require for you to touch any of the fuel system. The fuel system from the ZL1 can just handle it, no problem. Just don't go above E55 and you'll be fine. What happens if you do go above E55? You're not gonna get enough fuel to the motor and it's gonna shut off. Side note, a good tip for you. I just figured this out because I'm new to this, putting ethanol in the car and all that good stuff. I'm over here blending ethanol at the gas pump. I'm over here blending on the pump that says E55 on there, or E54, E55, it says it on the thing, and it's been tested before, it's pure. Here I am putting 91 in there and then blending it, putting a blended E55 in there, or E50. Like, I'm over here blending it and it's already blended. I didn't even realize if your tank is completely empty, you go to a pump that says E50 or E54 or E55, whatever it says, just fill it all the way up and you'll be fine. I have the Bluetooth sensor that's set up where I can control it from my cell phone, and I can see everything on there, how much ethanol I actually have in the car. So if you don't have that, you want to go ahead and make sure you measure it when you go ahead and filling up the car, and just use like an online calculator and it'll show you how many gallons based on what you currently have, what you should be putting in the car. And make sure if you're going to put ethanol in your car, use Shell gas station or Chevron. That's it. All the other ones, I heard that they're dummied down, so even if you're putting 91 in your car, it's technically putting like 89. They're like watered down a little bit. Shell, Chevron, ethanol, thank me later. And the last and final piece to the puzzle, where I get so many compliments on, is the exhaust. And I'm gonna highly recommend which one you guys should go with. For me personally, I do miss the little MPP little button that you can actually use it. I don't miss it to dial it down. I just miss the fact that I can't click it anymore and it won't do anything. But dialing down the car, I'm not worried about that. I didn't buy a ZL1 to have my sound of my car really low. I bought a ZL1 because I want the car to be really loud and fast. So for me, I went with my sponsor. I went with AWE Tuning, the full catback touring exhaust, and I feel like with 4.5-inch tips, that's gonna be the best system that you can put on the ZL1 or on your Camaro. It has 3-inch pipes all the way back, and then the mufflers, they connect at the tail end, and you can always swap them out. If you ever want to go back to the track edition, you can just pop off the mufflers. It's just one bolt that's holding it. Also, the tips is just one bolt holding them, so you can always switch them out. I have the full chrome tips. You can go with the all black diamond dianized tips. Whatever you want to do. You want to get the mufflers put on the touring, that's what I have, or you want to do the track edition and remove the mufflers and just go straight pipe all the way back. It's up to you. For me, I went with the touring edition because it gives the best deep sound that I like, and it has absolutely zero drone, even with all this horsepower. Before, it had no drone, and we added all this and it still has no drone in the car. Well, there you go, you guys. Those are going to be my top 5 modifications that I recommend for you guys out there to go ahead and put on your Camaro ZL1, whichever the case may be. It's going to perform pretty much similar to one another, even if it's the SS compared to the ZL1. The only difference is going to happen is obviously you're going to have more horsepower in the ZL1. You're going to get the best performance, the best sound, and you get for what you pay for. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and I appreciate you guys all out there showing so much love and support. We're creeping up on 33,000 subscribers on the channel, and I'm very, very grateful. The goal is to make it full-time so that way I can travel around different states and bring the cars with me, this one here and my other Camaro that I have at the house, so that way I can meet you guys in person as well, and then you guys can give me your thoughts and show me your builds also. But either way, if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. A thumbs up definitely helps out the channel. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. What are you guys planning on next? Have you already installed these mods in your car? Are you trying to go to the next step? Because for me, the next step is a cam, and I promise you, I'm doing my best. We'll see when that happens, hopefully soon, but we'll see what happens with that. For now, I'm super excited and super happy with the current setup. I'm gonna go put some E in it as we speak. I let the tank go down a little bit, and then we'll fill it up here in a little bit. But either way, in the meantime, between time, you guys know the drill. A Dilla, bow, Superman, chilling right there. Prem time, chilling in the garage, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.